Hi, this is Nathan Tintle. In this Learning Goal video, we're going to talk about how to identify whether a sampling method is likely to be biased and the direction of that bias. We'll use the sampling students' data to discuss this learning goal. Imagine if you go on campus and the first 30 students you see in the morning, you ask whether or not they live on campus, and 80% of those 30 students say they live on campus. Because this is a convenience sample, we need to ask ourselves, do we think this is really representative of the population of all students at the school? Or is it more likely that in your sample you'll see students who live on campus because they're more likely to be walking around campus first thing in the morning? In this case, we're concerned that the sampling method we've used may be biased, because if we took many random samples using this approach, we might, on average, overestimate the proportion of students living on campus. Sampling bias is when a sampling method, which is how you get your sample, consistently yields statistics that are higher or lower than the parameter value. Unbiased sampling methods mean that, on average, the random samples will be the parameter value. So, taking a random sample is called an unbiased sampling method. Couple words of caution. There are other kinds of bias. Asking students what their GPA is may not be the best way to get their true GPA. Students may have a tendency to remember things a little bit better than they actually are. That's not sampling bias, because you could still get sort of an unbiased way of getting your sample, but then the way you measure information on that sample could lead to incorrect conclusions. Some students get a little confused about what bias means, and so a playing golf analogy might help here. Imagine if you're at the tee and you're trying to hit balls onto the green. Good golfers will sometimes, when they try to aim the ball at the cup, sometimes get a little to the right, sometimes a little to the left, but on average they'll be right on line. Other players maybe consistently have a slice, meaning they're going to consistently hit the ball to one side of the cup or the other. Bias is when our estimates consistently miss the target, that is the parameter. It's like playing golf with a slice in your swing. An unbiased sampling method, like taking simple random samples, is what good golfers will do. On average, they're going to get right where they want to get. In golf, the cup; in statistics, the parameter value. Finally, a simple random sample doesn't guarantee your statistic equals the parameter value. It just means on average, you're going to get to the right spot. But of course, in statistics, you've only taken one sample. Taking a larger sample is also going to help you get closer to the parameter value. We'll discuss that in another learning goal video.